All right, y'all. It is another Talk of Things, them. Unfortunately, I don't have our theme music with us because a girl like me forgot to bring the laptop into location. But, Talk of Things, them, and I got Talk of Things, them. So we are going to have a guest co-host this evening with us. Our other co-host, Unity, have a guest co-host. And also we have a surprise guest for y'all. So we will wait for people to join in. And yeah. So if you guys didn't tune in last week, we were talking about the whole beef that's going on in hip hop between Bossellini and Gov'nah. We have Bossellini on. Thanks again for coming out. Appreciate it. Please appreciate you blessing our panel with your presence and letting the viewers know your side of the story. And like I said, there's always two sides of the story, right? So now we will give Gov'nah his chance to say his side and let us know his side of the situation. And yeah, so I'm just waiting for more people to join and we'll get into this. If there's any topics right now.
You can't use it because I have no Instagram. I don't use Instagram.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I was informed my co-hosts won't be able to join us due to technical difficulties. Or what I'll do is, I have an idea.
Get out!
I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do. I'm gonna have my co-host see if he can join another way, and if not, then we'll sit side by side and do this thing. But for now, you guys, I'm just waiting for more people to join. Because, yeah, it looks like he's going to have some difficulties joining us. A charger. Oh, you need it? Are you using it? No? Oh, okay. It's cooler out here anyways.
Don't pull it.
No, I don't need to. Plug it plug.
Okay, I can hear you.
All right, you can hear me? Cool. All right, you guys.
I can hear you.
Let's see. Now, I'm going to see if he can join us.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Okay, can you try to join?
I can't do that. At least I can hear you.
All right. So you can't join us?
Not the best choice. I'm trying.
It's okay. Let me send this to my guest to let him know that we are live on. So yeah, like I was saying, um, last week we had Bossellini on here talking about. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. All right, so there's my guest. You guys, give me a second. Give me a second here. What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
So, you guys, who doesn't know, let the people that know. This is the one and only Governor.
The diamond.
Also the Diamond. Also
Ah.
CEO, owner of, and I don't want to mess up the production. Um,
Monarch. Monarch.
yes, Monarch.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah. So he's doing big things. He's also my
Ah.
one of my co-hosts from the ends. If you guys haven't checked out From the Ends, make sure you check it out on YouTube. Yeah. So this right here is family to me. I had Basilini on last week
Yeah. I
talking about
heard.
this whole bullshit that's going on. Like, so I always say there's two sides to the story. He said his part, and I believe it's only fair that you get to say your side because he said his side. I heard his side, and his side was basically he didn't say that you guys didn't have dealings before because I'm like, you guys have tracks together, you guys had dealings, so I'm
Oh,
like,
he's still my brother. Like he's still my brother, man. Sometimes,
right, right,
like like life. When you go through life and you experience
yes,
a lot of harsh things in life. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you develop the sense of responsibility.
mm-hmm,
Once a bigger responsibility because
right,
like you come across a lot of people in life that are not fully educated or aware of certain things, or even myself. Sometimes in life, I thought I knew it all. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
we act on ego and we act on emotions, and we end up learning that it's not that way. You know what I'm saying? So I think the best thing that we can do is like learn from those experiences and
yes,
and and and, and try to make sure that somebody else doesn't make those kind of mistakes.
I,
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't want to come over here. I thought to myself, you know what I mean? I heard about the interview. I don't watch these things. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
Um, I told you I'm too rich to be you know what I mean, to be paying attention to these things. And don't get it confused. When I say I'm too rich, what I mean by that is I'm too busy in love with God. You know what I'm saying? I have
yes,
you know what I'm saying? I have a bigger responsibility. I am one of the richest mans you'll ever meet when it comes to having God in his life and God provide for me, for my family, being able, not only that, but Jehovah has done so much for me that he allows me to help other people through my journey, my experiences, and even, you know what I mean, through the things that he allows me to make daily bread. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to share those things with the homeless or with people that really need it. So
right,
I'm more focused on the bigger picture of things. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, you know what I mean? Before I came up here, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say that, and you know what? I'm not gonna go into bad mouthing my brother. You understand what I'm saying?
right,
He told you he told you everything on the book. He told you I'm this, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? They call me every name in the book. You know, when you walk around with the truth in life, none of that bothers you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I've always said, like if you know my history, my trajectory, like in this music shit, you know what I'm saying? I've always been an open book from the beginning for
yes,
everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Governor, my life has always been an open book. You can ask me, I'll tell you, and you could check on what I'm actually telling you, and you could go and double check and come back and tell me if I didn't tell you the truth. I believe, you know what I'm saying? Truth is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was raised on principles, morals, and dignity, man. I don't have to lie. You know what I'm saying? That's why. I walk so peacefully. You know what I'm saying? While all of these characters and all this negative energy it's building up over there. I'm just too busy living life, man. Like I'm just too busy enjoying my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hatching eggs at my farm. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing different things. You know what I mean?
I
Like
love that. I love
you
that.
get what I'm saying? Like I'm just I'm just doing different things. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on way bigger things that you know
Right.
what? Way bigger things that don't even involve me are way bigger than me. So,
Yes.
you know what I
Yes.
mean? I'm not gonna come over here and bash them. I will technically speak about it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody know what happened because at the end of the day, like I said, you have a sense of responsibility, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot and you know, a lot of the OGs that came before me, you know, I feel in my heart a lot of them tried, a lot of them didn't try. You know what I'm saying? We could go back and forth and saying, you know, like the people that took responsibility for teaching us things and blah, blah, blah. But for the ones that try and the ones that actually put a lot of knowledge and planted good seeds inside of us, you know,
Yeah.
from the streets to the school, to, you know what I mean, for everybody.
Everything.
I'm just simply going to say, you know what? The reason why they are mad is because they got pretty much they got caught for squeezing me for money. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? It's a record label situation where like let me show you something. If you get a half an hour slot for like let's say 7 bills, right?
right.
Right. And then you have 12 artists, right? But then you ask me, you know what I'm saying, for let's say for 6 bills. Or you ask me for, you know what I'm saying, you ask me, let's just say you ask me for, you know what I'm saying, I don't mind.
Majority.
The majority of it, like the
Yeah.
people that know me. Like I don't, people that know me. I don't. I work really hard, but I play super hard. I don't
Yes.
worry about none of that, right?
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying. So if you have 2 artists and the slot is $700, how you asking everybody for $300 each? That's 12 artists. You get what I'm saying? So how much money are you racking in when the slot is really $700?
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, asking me for money. And you know what? This is the thing though. I put myself in a certain situation. Like my intentions are always good. This is the thing. I was raised on principle. So let's leave all the street shit aside.
Right.
Let's just
Yeah.
talk like normal human beings. Let's just talk like the kind of person that our parents raised, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So let's just talk like that, right? So my thing is this, right? If you're my brother and you're supposed to be my brother, I don't care. I don't care whatever it is that you need. You know what I'm saying? But just let me know what you need. Like, talk to me about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't go behind my back and act like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're my brother, but you know that you guys are squeezing me for money. You get what I'm saying? I want to be politically correct, so I don't even want to cuss in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you have 12 artists and you're asking me, let's say for like 5 bills, or you know what I'm saying, we're going, let's say 350 and 350 me and blacks, right? And then that's fucking 350 and 350, that's 7, right?
That's 7.
That's 7 right there, right? But you have all these other motherfucking artists. Sorry, I don't mean no cuss. Let me correct
Hey,
that. You have all these
listen, this is
artists.
how
No,
it
no, no.
is them. There's no,
No,
there's
no, no.
no,
Believe
there's
me,
no growth.
it's also part of me and my growth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you have all these 12 artists, right? So, and if you're asking me for that money, how much money you asking for everybody else? You know what I'm saying? When I know you're asking for like 3 bills, and you know what I mean? Like I'm watching you do all of these things, and it's like enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened was that what the tipping point was that I noticed that I came into the label. And if you look at what we did, you know what I'm saying? Never taking away anything from what we did, and I still being grateful for what we did. But if you really like an artist of my caliber, this is it has to do like with the way I feel about myself. An artist with the set of sentences that I'm gonna say right now. The caliber artist that I am. If you look at the videos that I pin on my Instagram, it just shows you where we could
Mhm.
have gone. It just shows you when you know what I'm saying. It was a group effort, and I'm grateful, and I'm not gonna talk nobody down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it shows you in terms of my quality, my individual quality as an artist. You know what I mean? For our roster, for our record label, everybody knows my caliber from way back.
Right.
Everybody knows, so I don't have nothing to prove. I have, you know what I mean. But you saw what we were able to do. If you look at that video and when we
Yes.
did the whole Sudbury, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? I was performing, excuse me, I was performing
Yeah.
Agua, which is one of my records in Spanish. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
And I was performing Sexy, which is one of my records that has Spanish, English, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I pay homage to my Jamaican people because I have a little bit patois in there, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, so and the people screaming and you see the impact. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I just think to myself sometimes like, you know what I mean? You're sitting on what you're sitting and you have good people and, you know, like real, you know what I'm saying? People that are here for the real reason and are going to ride for this thing. But you so lost that your main purpose is just to squeeze everybody for money because you can not handle a regular 9 to 5. You have no regular self-maintenance and self-support. You know what I mean? You could barely maintain where you're living at and your whole thing. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to speak on family. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a grown up, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put anybody down, but I'm just simply explaining the facts. You know what I mean? This has been going on for years. All the artists pay attention to all the artists out of the Raw Dog family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many still there? I dare you to go and go through pictures, find the pictures, you know what I mean, of every time an artist was actually announced. Now go back to the artist and ask them if they ever got paid. Ask them if they ever seen anything from this guy and how much was he taking from there. I have a rack.
Mm.
I have a rack of people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm planning.
So
I think I'm gonna go forward with it. I think I'm gonna do a documentary on these guys. You feel what I'm saying?
so
Because I
my
just think
thing is it Bossellini who is responsible for paying out the artist, or is it somebody else?
was that.
Is it Bossellini who's responsible
Nah,
for?
you know what? I love my brother, but my brother is just there to look to quote unquote look like the title is the president and all these other crap. And it's like, man, listen, man, my brother can't even have. My brother is not even. You know what? I feel bad for my brother because this is the thing. I gotta be careful with what I say. You see, I'm trying to show class. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm trying to show maturity in class. I'm just simply gonna say that he's a slave to this fake friendship and relationship that this dude Jay Don got going on. It's been 12 years, my
Mm.
brother. It's been 12 years. If I'm your best friend or if I'm your man and and all these other stuff, why would I take 12 years to push you to try to make something with you? You understand? It's like it's been 12 years and the records don't lie. If you look at trajectory, all of these artists they've been, all of they done is just pay money to this guy. He gives them like a 1-2 song. You know what I'm saying? Takes with the money until the next month he gotta pay rent. And that's what it is. Ask, ask, ask around. You know what I'm saying?
So
So this is
I have my co-host. He is not able to join on his end, but we're in the same area. Um, do you have a question there?
I have a question, Diamond.
yeah. What's up? How you doing, man?
That's Bandit. That's Bino.
Yeah.
Oh, Bino,
My
what's up, Bino?
Yeah.
since you started your own company now,
Yeah,
since you started your own company now,
yeah.
going to tell the next generation of kids going forward, because I just heard you say you may do a documentary, but I just want to make sure you say this out loud from an artist standpoint,
Yeah,
changing
for sure.
humanity. Do you feel like pay to play is good management work, or is that just as the shows come as they come?
I believe in my heart that everything that you like Method Man said, man, everything you get, you got to work hard for it, right? You gotta work hard, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in pay to play. I believe in investing in yourself. I believe in being able to invest yourself, maneuver through the industry and create those opportunities for self. Now,
Right.
what I can tell you, what I learned from the whole experience is when I signed up for the whole Raw Dog Entertainment, I already had a feeling because I already knew who I was dealing with. But like I was saying, Pinky, I based it on good deeds, and you know what I'm saying, and
Right.
quote unquote realness from. You know what I'm saying? I know Jay Don is not from the street, but I based it on realness, quote unquote, of brotherhood and this whole
Yeah.
culture shit, right? So I let my guard down and I came in with an open heart. I didn't have no guard. But when I started seeing the bullshit, it's like I already seen where this whole
Where
shit
was
was
going.
going. See, what happened is that I got him to do some of my printing for my clothing line before it. And so not only he overcharged me for that shit, and I was like, every time he asked me for money, I just send it and send it and send it because you see, I like to let people, let themselves out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Show
knew
me
what
your
this whole
true colors.
this whole shit, money doesn't make me. I make money. So if I'm putting myself in a situation and where I know I'm gonna be losing money, or I know exactly, I have a strong idea of what I'm dealing with, I'm putting myself there for a reason.
Right.
So I left myself there for a reason. Nevertheless, exploring the situation behind the scenes, learning, shaking hands, you know what I'm saying, making connections, to the point where like I made my own connections. And not to say that I was there to use them. No, I was just there to learn. But I was spending all this money, right, that they were using to finance, especially to finance this guy's rent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said to myself, well, you know what, might as well. I'm here. I'm going to learn this shit. I know what's going on
Mm,
now. I know where this is going. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride the shit. I'm gonna ride it off. You know what I'm saying? Get through with it and just make it a learning experience. And by the time I'm done with it, I'm not going to no hard feelings. Just like I'm telling you, I don't.
I understand now. See, this is why I do printing myself. And I know where you're coming from. There's
Yeah,
a lot of people that overcharge people, and don't get it twisted, in costs, material costs, certain things cost.
for sure.
But I'm not gonna charge you three times the amount because at the end of the day, I want you to come back to me. So I'm gonna give you a fair price. If you come to me and you tell me, yo, Pinky, I want a shirt done, I'm gonna charge you what I would charge for a regular T-shirt because it's one shirt. But if you come to me and you say, yo, I want 10 shirts, then I'm going to give you a better deal because now you're ordering in bulk. So that means that you're going to come back, you're going to make your money. I made my money, you make your money, and everybody eats.
That's
Right?
what I'm saying.
So it's like a lot of people don't have the ability to be business owners. They don't
It,
have the business mind concept.
and
So they will just go out there, do things without thinking about how it's going to affect their name and who they are.
and it was a thing like, if I'm paying you, because we made it clear, like, you know what I'm saying. I had not only I waited a whole summer for just 20 T-shirts.
Whoa.
I waited a whole summer, and I made it clear I needed my T-shirts with my logo on it. This was a separate transaction. But this
Mm,
guy being greedy put his logo all over my T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? So that all the traffic will go to his brand new made website. But that was not part of the deal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
no,
at that point, his youth was just getting like greedy. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
greed. That's greed. That's greed.
Because he's seeing the potential, he's seeing what we can do, he's seeing what I can do. Everybody knows what I can do. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And with all due respect, at that moment, it was me performing my song. It wasn't blacks. If you look at it, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like you gotta look at it as like I'm a very diverse artist, but that's a different
Yes.
competition. But it's right there. I just let you see. There's a
Hmm.
video where I'm actually doing the meeting with. It was for Blacks Release Party. You feel what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
It's pinned on my page. Go look at Jay Dawn.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like you're yelling for me because you know what time it is when I come around. You know what it is, you know what I'm
For
doing and
real.
what I'm capable. You know what I've done throughout the years. You know what you're sitting on when you're rolling with me, but you choose to do me wrong as a brother. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's not cool.
So
That's
it's
not
like, you
cool.
know what? It was just a tipping point with the whole clothing thing. I waited everybody get like the T-shirts made, and I was like, I could show you receipts, bro. When am I asking for my T-shirts from my teacher, and then he finally sends me the T-shirt. Not only I'm on the label, right? And I had the feeling. I'm like, yo, how come they don't share my music? How come I'm on the label? And like, I know I'm a star, not taking anything away from blacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Much love to my brother in his own right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to put you down, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But hey, but you know what? Like, I'm a star, so I'm thinking, how come they're not sharing my music and all of these things? And I start, you feel the energy, right?
Yes.
If you're a wise person and you come from wise and you learn from wise, you feel the
Yep.
energy. I don't even have to be in the room. You know what I'm saying? This is long distance energy. So I'm seeing the hate, so I'm like, nobody's sharing my music. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And then you got this other, if you pay attention without mentioning no names, you have
Mm-hmm.
all these other corny little rappers that been around in the scene for so long and they pretended to be friends of mine for so long. But I got receipts for that too. I can show you every time I do something, the same little corny set of people is like right behind, trying to imitate and assimilate everything that I do. It's been like this from when I made my clothing line back in the day, so I put it in stores. And don't get me wrong, the thing is, like, I know I inspire a lot of people because God made me different, and I understand that from the Lord Himself.
Right.
But I keep it humble because you know what? If I inspire somebody, then you know what? Jehovah may bless your life, man. That's great. You know what I'm saying? But in this rap game and in this music industry that we are, there's not such a thing as God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if the people understood the real meaning of God, of Jehovah, and what He really stands for, then we wouldn't be backstabbing each other. We wouldn't be killing each other. It would be a whole different. That's a whole different conversation.
It'll be a whole different ball game.
But you get the point, right?
Yes.
So
Because
it's like, yo,
life. It's life. Life.
it's like they've been doing this shit for so long. I got people in my DMs telling me now. He's like, yo, I'm sorry I couldn't share your music. He didn't want me to share your music. He was asking me how come I'm always liking your pictures. It's just, you know what? You are right, blacks. I am 47 years old. You know what I'm
And
saying? I'm 47, very proud, baby. You know what I'm saying? I rap better than you. I smell better than you. Make more money than you, my bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm set up in a reality where you still listen, blacks. You know what I mean? Much love, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to tell you, you're right. You know what I'm saying? But I feel, act, smell, rap, run, play ball, bike ride way better than you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? My smile, way better than you. Whiter than you, my brother. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not even focused on these things. You get what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like much love to you. Just you do your thing. The problem is that I've been doing this shit for so long. So it's like if I'm in your label, how the fuck are you trying to sabotage me? I
That's
produce
what I
I
was.
I produced the meeting. I'm the one who give blacks that. I didn't have to put him there. Did you know that I gave blacks his first show ever?
Mm,
I actually when to get blacks, yo, come dog. Like I believe in you. I see a future in you. Ask him, he'll tell you that. Ask a lot of rappers in the industry that know me one on one who really I am.
will you put you on? Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, so now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I paint my nails because I'm a flashy ass. I'm a superstar, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not anywhere close to these guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel the need I have to go and bang and prove my manhood to none of these youths. You understand what I'm saying? My
Hmm.
mind, I'm an artist. I'm different. My whole spectrum is different. You know what I mean? I don't even push to be different. It is just me. You get what I'm saying? I'm
You
fancy,
are.
I'm fly. I'm fancy, I'm fly. I like to dress good. You know what I mean? I like to eat good. I spend money. I make money. Make it again. But it's not really about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable in my skin. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't have to defend none of the shit that I do. But the point that I will make for the generations answering Bino, for the
Yeah.
generations that will come, you know what I'm saying? It's like I feel the responsibility to start speaking up, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you can't continue to do this to the rest of the artists that are part of this community. You know what I'm saying? Like all the small towns are tired of this guy. You know what I'm saying? From
Mm,
from Peterborough to freaking I don't know Petawawa, I don't even know, bro. You know what I mean? Colberg and all these other places, beautiful places with beautiful people,
yes.
bro. that actually deserve a real chance to try to explore and live their dreams without being robbed and or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That I feel the responsibility for it.
I agree. I
You
agree
get what I'm
because
saying? This got to stop. And not only that, you know what I'm saying, without dragging big names into this, if someone's giving you a slot for a show,
yeah.
it's more than obvious that that person who's giving you the show slot is way bigger than you. So they're doing you the favor to try to give you an opportunity, not only to for you to eat, for you to grow and be a part of something special, but also, excuse me, but also for you to be able to bring your people and expand those blessings and do
Yes.
something greater, not only for yourself, but help someone else do something greater for their lives. And then you got leeches like this type of dude. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I'm not even mentioning black into the specific topic on what I'm saying. Blacks is just uneducated and illiterate in so many ways. And I said I was going to speak technically. I'm not putting it down. I'm just speaking technical of
Yeah.
how I feel about how I look at my brother in certain aspects. Yet he's a beautiful, beautiful guy. You know what I mean? He's a father. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna tell him, you know what I mean? You're this, you die, you need to do this, you need to do that, and brush your teeth, like whatever, dog. I'm not, I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. All of these guys that don't like Gov'nah, I don't know them.
Mm.
I actually read some of the comment, you know what I mean, that they put under the funny video that I did imitating 50 Cent and Pimpin' Curly back in the days. I had a wig on. I was like, hey,
Ah.
that was 50 Cent and Pimpin' Curly character. That's what I was recreating.
I
I'm a
saw that.
funny. You get what I'm saying?
I
If
saw
I'm first of all, I'm Spanish. Don't ever
it.
forget. So we Spanish people, like we have a different sense of humor. You get it?
Yes.
You
Yes.
know what I mean? So, but anyways, moving on, right? So I seen some of the comments, and then it's like, oh, I can't wait to see him, and oh, I can't wait to cross paths, and da 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 da. And if you go look at all of these artists and what do they have in common. They all got less than 20 followers and and Spotify. They never done a significant show. They never open up for anybody significant. They never been in this on a scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have
They
to
ain't
prove.
nobody.
There ain't nobody. So does an elephant really lose his sleep over ants?
Nope.
You get
Nope.
what I'm saying? I'm doing backflips in my own pond.
For real. For
What do
real.
I care about what y'all doing? Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
For
You know what
real.
I'm
For
saying?
real.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you seen them pose their wives? When was the last time you see them pose their wives with pride, taking them out to eat?
Mm.
Somewhere where their wives are so deserving because their wives been there forever, right?
Right?
So how come I don't see you taking out your wife and posting your wife in current times, over and over as the proud man that you should be carrying your home. But you're too
Exactly.
busy being a gangster. Yeah, and not the shoes. Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Yeah, I am 47. I have a responsibility. If
Yes.
I don't go out clapping and smacking and tooling you, all Joe, it's because I grew up, because I don't have time for that. Because I have struggles in my own life, like my mother is dealing with cancer right now, colon cancer. Do you think I got time for these clowns? Do you think I have time you get what I'm saying? All these rejects, that's what they are, rejects. You know why? And they're not rejects because life rejected them. They're rejects because they choose not to apply themselves in a better manner in life in general as a human.
Right.
Fuck
Right.
this rap shit. Fuck this music shit. Pardon my
No,
talking.
no,
You get
no.
what I'm
You know what?
saying?
I
Apply
love the
yourself
fact
better as a
that
person. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
because
You know
what
how
you
many,
just said,
they talking about me being a tranny and all that. You know what I mean? Much love to all the transgenders in the world, bro. Much love to all the gay people. Much love to LGBT. Much love to
yeah,
the people. Much love to the people that don't got legs. Much love to the people who can't see. Much love to the ones who can't eat. Much love to the ones that were raped.
because
But they, much love to, listen,
colon cancer.
much love to the ones that were raped by their own family members and now they have
Mhm.
trouble and they grew up confused.
Yes.
not knowing what they wear. You know what I'm saying? So now they dress as a woman and they feel happy and they feel proud about themselves. They find comfort somehow, some way. Much love to all those beautiful people. You know what? I ain't nobody to judge. Back in the days growing up, I grew up in the 90s, so you know what it was. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Body boy,
Yup.
Fidel, blah, blah. You know
Ah,
what I mean? Boom, bye, bye, and about, right? All of
right?
that shit. But you know what? I'm here to speak, bro. All of that shit was wrong. All of
Yes.
that shit was wrong. And not saying that it was wrong for us to stand for what we believe as humans. No, that's no. But the way we transpire a lot of messages through these cultural powers have been misdirected,
Misconception.
misled, and misconcepted. So people talking and they talking in one way. You get what I'm saying? I'm
Yes.
47, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I look good, man. Bro, I do the same things that I was doing when I was 19.
I didn't know you were 47. I thought you were
I'm
younger.
47. Let it be known. You get
Yes.
what I'm saying? And I rap
You
better.
look
And I
good.
rap better. And I rap better than 95% of these motherfuckers out here. I'm not
For
even
real.
worried. I'm not even doing music. You get what I'm saying? Like yo, like I was saying, bro. You know what I mean? This is about them getting caught. All of this shit gotta stop. You know what I'm
So I have a
saying?
question
They
for
don't
you.
know how idiotic they don't know how stupid and idiotic they look online, bro. The kind of conversations behind closed doors. Remember, you know what I'm saying? We all like if you're in a certain league in a certain rank, if you're one of you know what I'm saying, you know you have access to certain doors and certain rooms behind closed doors. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, bro. You know what? Like these guys look like clowns. They are
Right.
clowns. All of the shit that they've been doing, it's over with. It's done.
So I have a
If anybody is watching this video, just remember, do not do not associate yourself with Raw Dog Entertainment. That guy is going to take your money, not pay you, and squeeze you for more money, not pay you, pay his rent, and then
and then God,
if he doesn't like the fact that you know what you like someone that he doesn't like, he'll cut you off and then block you.
which
I've
is not cool.
ask around, man. Don't force
That's
me to
not
make a
cool because
documentary. I don't. I always stay peaceful, man. Don't force me to make a documentary, bro. Because I even got all the women that had been affected by y'all.
mm,
Okay, and
wow.
now we could go deeper. I could go way deeper, but I'm not going to, bro.
Right,
I'm just gonna
right.
leave it like that. You know why? Because I come from a line of I come from a line of real
Yeah,
where like we move on principles and dignity and morals. You
I
feel what I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
And I was owed the utmost respect to my elders.
Yep.
You know, my wife's parents, my in-laws, my own mother that I'm dealing
Yes.
with. You know what I'm saying? God bless my grandmother that passed. You know what
My
I'm saying?
condolences.
Like
My
the people in my
condolences.
community, I always claim, you know, I come from a black man. I always say that, and I always say that. You know what I mean? That's how much I feel related and how much I love my people. And
Yes.
I will speak up for my people. You know what I'm saying? I have some beautiful things coming up, and you're gonna see, bro. It's about doing positive things for the community, not against the community.
Thank you.
That's why all of these youths are killing each other because ain't nobody talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
So you know,
Exactly.
all I'm gonna tell you is that you know what, you're gonna see a little bit more of me. You know what I'm saying? Stepping up, and somebody's gotta speak on things. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like it's something that like I've been asking myself for so long, and you know what I mean. And due to the circumstances and what I've seen and what I experienced with these guys and my prior situation, without naming anyone, you get what I'm saying? There's peace and love to everyone right now. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Without no putting anyone down. You know what I'm saying? It's like people gotta learn. Enough is enough. You know what I'm
So I
saying?
have a question for you. My question is, do you think there comes a point in time? I love the cup, by the way. Love the cup.
Hey, this is
Um,
what I'm saying, man. This is my life, bro. I'm not even, you know what I mean?
I love the cup. So, I have a question. My question is, do
This is the
you
wife.
think that rappers should retire?
Um, Look, man, I'm gonna tell you something, and I enjoy your life, man. And God is
Yes.
amazing. You know how powerful God is, how great God is.
Yes, he is.
You know
Yes,
what I'm
he is.
saying? Like all I can tell you is, you know what? Faith in God and Jehovah, it's everything. And that's the message that I gotta give y'all. You know what I'm saying? Faith in Jehovah, it's everything. And you know what I mean? I'm not here to, try to preach to you or try to look like I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm
No.
becoming a preach or anything like that. I'm just simply
Yeah.
going to talk to you because I have a responsibility. If I get
Hmm.
his messages and I hear him and I talk to him
Yes.
like I do, I got to say his name. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Of
like,
course.
I'm just going to tell you that God is great. And I want everybody to do what you dreamed of and never stop, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Right.
minute that you stop living. And,
Yes.
I was having a conversation with my beautiful wife, and and she said something very powerful to me today. And I just, she said, you know, baby, God created you. So why would God want to see you destroyed?
Yes.
God will never just want you to be dead, or
Nope.
God will never just want you to die,
Nope.
because He created you. Imagine how sad He would be,
If he exactly. I
you know.
agree. I
And,
agree.
and you know what? I like I said, look, I'm talking about my wife. God, Jehovah has blessed me with someone so special in my life. I'm so grateful. This woman has helped me not only grow but make better decisions in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
Yes.
struggling man. I struggle with parenthood. I struggle with my mother's life. I struggle with a lot of things. If you ask me, I'll tell you honestly. You get what I'm saying? But I'm grateful. And I want
Yes.
everybody to just remember that. Practice how to be grateful. Learn how to be grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not have milk, but you have bread. And you
Ah.
might not have bread, but maybe you have a beef patty. And
Exactly.
maybe you don't have a beef patty, but maybe you have $2 and you can buy like a chocolate bar at the dollar store. You know
Something.
what I'm saying?
Something. God
Maybe
will
you don't
always
have
provide.
maybe you don't have enough to buy a chocolate bar, but maybe you know what? If you just got kicked out of your home, or if you're just homeless, maybe you have 50 cents. Maybe the guy that is being on the street for like 20 years could use the 50 cents that you're gonna be okay not using because you just got kicked out of the home. Like this always someone going through something worse.
Worse.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I
Exactly.
don't want nobody to give up on your dreams.
No.
I'm self-taught English, Portuguese, Italian. I can speak ancient, like old Latin. I'm self-taught all of these
Wow.
things. How do I know all of these things? Listen, how do I know all of these things? It's because God changed my life. God touched me in a different way. You get what I'm saying? When my grandmother tried to starve me to death here in Canada, you know what I'm saying? And I had to crawl in my kitchen just to get to the pot because I was paying rent. I was taking care of my brother. My little brother was a baby, so I couldn't leave him. So I had to
Hmm.
take the abuse because I had to make sure my brother was raised the proper way. So that my
Right.
brother was raised with my mother's teachings and not my grandmother's, evil, tendencies. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
When I was hungry and I was paying rent and I couldn't, and I had to crumble and I had to crawl to go get to the pots. Well, I thought I asked and I asked for, I prayed and I said, God, help me. You know what I'm saying?
That's all.
The last thing I'm going to do is lose faith. You
Nope.
know what I'm saying? So guess what? I threw myself to work in the kitchen because my mother taught me how to cook. So guess what? I started cooking at continental level. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm.
CN Tower, Roger Center, you know what I mean? I was the right hand for the suit for the chef. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Which happened to be from my country. You know what I mean?
Who's
Shout out
chef?
to that guy, whatever he is. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Now I was working surrounded by food. So guess what? You know what I'm saying? Out of my tip money, I used to buy my food and sit down in a corner in the restaurant and eat my food without having nobody to take my food
For
when
real.
I'm paying rent and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a righteous person, as the rightful son. You get what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make is like, look where I am today. I got my own
Exactly.
clothing company. Never mind. Forget all that. Look where I am today. I'm alive. I have a home. My kids are alive. They're in great health. I got a
Yes.
lot of work to do in a lot of areas of my life, but guess what? I'm grateful. I'm happy. I keep on working. Jehovah keeps on allowing me to earn. And more than anything, Jehovah God allows me to continue to share with the world and treat people with love and respect. You feel me? That's what being a real nigga is. That's what being a real motherfucking gangster
I
is.
agree. I
Don't let
agree.
none of that other shit fool you, my nigga. Don't let none of these fucking clowns fool you, my nigga.
For real. For
All right,
real.
I came from that real shit, so I got a bigger responsibility. I'm
Yes.
not gonna get down with these clowns, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just want them not to do this shit to the next generation, bro. Because I look at these guys and I look at the pictures and I see the shows and I see what they do, bro. And it's like I know nobody's getting paid, bro. You know, I got mothers with kids on my DMs asking me, yo, crying out for help. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm planning to actually help them, and I'm making this public. I'm going to take care of those debts for you, Jay Dunn. I'm going to pay your debts slowly because you know why? These people deserve to get paid. So I'm going to take it upon myself, and I want you to check. We could double check this shit. I would pay your debts for you. Because it's like how can you take from a mom from a woman who's pregnant and about to have a baby and make her work and take all her work and gas and even putting her life on the line, and then you leave with like $800 from her.
Wow.
How can you do that, bro? You get
That's
what I'm
not
saying?
cool. That's not
So you know
cool.
what? So because I was raised by really real, and I come from a really real line of king gorillas and wise men and teachers and revolutionary minds and respectful souls, I'm just gonna let this rest, bro.
Yep. Yep.
That's it.
That's all we can do at the end of the day,
Enjoy it,
because
baby.
you leave the fool to catch themselves. You
It's
leave the
done.
fool to catch
Everybody's too
themselves.
late. It's too late. They can't. Nobody. Listen. Everybody knows now.
Yep.
Everybody knows now. Everybody's fully aware. You
Of
know,
who
if
they are.
the
Who they are.
only way you're gonna see people fucking with these niggas is the people that don't know the scene, the people that don't have a name, the people that are unaware of this conversation and this actual scenarios and circumstances. You know, and remember, I tell you, feel bad for them because they ain't gonna see the next show.
No, no, no. But I'm glad that you found God, and God is always going to watch over everything, and God sees all. And for you to acknowledge where you are and now where you've come to be, it shows growth. It shows maturity. It shows who you are. And the reason I
Thank you.
asked the question I asked is because I don't feel that a rapper should retire. Like, for instance, 50 Cent, he didn't retire. What he did is go on to different business adventures that involve still the entertainment world. He decided, you know what? I don't want to do this rap thing no more. I want to do acting. So you
That's
know
it.
what? I'm going to start acting. I'm going to make my own shows. And what did I do? Each show is a song still made by him. So
Yeah,
he's not out there doing shows, he's doing TV shows. So he's not performing on stage, he's performing for others. And he's not in all the shows. I think he's in only the beginning of Power. He was in maybe one or two seasons of Power. You really never
yeah.
even seen him.
No, for
But
sure.
it shows that he's smart. He has that mentality. You know what? The music is not doing it, so let me go other ventures. And it's the same case for you. The music, you're like, you know what? This is
Oh,
what I learned from my own experience as being an artist. Now let me take what I've learned as being an artist and build for the next generation to show them don't make these mistakes, because a lot of these kids go into this industry thinking and seeing dollar signs, taking the advances and not realizing you take that $100,000 advance, you got to do how many shows and how many this and how many that to get back that money.
yeah, for sure.
Cause they, and when they want their money, they want their money. They ain't no So for you to say what this guy was doing, you're taking money for people to pay your rent. So those people don't have rent to pay. Those
Exactly.
people don't have don't need to eat. They don't have a family to feed. So we should worry about you feeding your family and whatever. But what about them? So people's putting in the work. So basically, you're a modern day slave master. That's what you are.
Basically, and you know what? Like, let me show you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can say so much shit. I just, you know what I mean? I'm grateful. you know what I mean, to the black community, to my black people, you know what I'm saying, for,
Respect.
for the hip hop culture, for embracing me, for allowing me to have a voice, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I think, in this industry, everybody gets questioned, and you know what I mean, who are you to say this and who are you to say that? I'm comfortable in my skin, I know
Yes.
what I represent. You know, I know in which side of the fence I am and what I stand for. You know what
That's
I'm
it.
saying? And nevertheless, I got actually, black in my family. My son is half Jamaican. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Beautiful mother. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful family, beautiful background.
Yes.
Um, you know, um, I'm just here to try to inspire. And like I said, look, the music. You know why they're mad? I made this. It's because this music shit to me comes easy.
Mm.
You notice how like I don't really put out too much music, but every time I come out with something, it's always banging.
It's always, yes. It's always,
They
always.
can't they can't stand the fact that I could do it in Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. They can't stand the fact that when they think I'm going left, I just come down on them from the top.
Yeah,
You know what I
we're
mean?
like,
It's like, you know what I mean?
you thought I was gone, but I still popped out.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't that's what bothers them. You know what I'm saying? Because God give me these gifts, but I'm focused on real life. Real life is what motivates me. You know what I'm saying? Feeding the homeless, helping someone, giving, someone some clothes. You know what I'm saying? Living for that moment.
Yes.
I love music. I love the gift that God has given me. And you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I've always said this in my interviews. I don't give a fuck about music compared to how much I care about you being fed or you being mentally okay and you having someone to talk or you know what I'm saying, like having something to wear, you know what I mean? And
Yep.
me looking at my fucking closet and I'm sitting on like, 150 pairs of shoes and you're like, hey, you don't have no shoes on your feet. Like, what the fuck am I? You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
man, I met before I leave. I met this beautiful black man. His name is Stefan Douglas. He
Okay.
he actually he I would say he works, not roams, but he works on Jenna Wilson. He's off work right now because he got injured. You know what I mean? So he sells his actual like writings in a frame. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
This
Yes. I know what you're
gentleman.
talking about. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
All right. So listen, this is for the real, because if you know them kind of thing there, you know it. You
Yep.
feel me? All right. So that's how you know. All right. All right. So I met him. I had the pleasure to meet him. I took him out to eat. I sat down with him and with my wife and my daughter. I invited him to sit down. You know what I'm saying? You know, share a meal with him. He was so
Yes.
great. He was so grateful and so happy. He's on my phone ringing me down. I told him, I said, I read what he had, the work that he was selling, and
Hmm.
I'm a very emotional person, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to people, you know what I'm saying? Like I will cry in a second, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I don't like what I see, I'm gonna let you. I'm not even gonna hold it in. I'm just gonna let you see my heart. So my eyes got watery. I reading this beautiful black man's poetry from his soul. He said, you know what? He came to the table where we were about to eat, and I just
Yes.
ordered. You know what I'm saying? And I ordered $200 worth of food for me, my wife, and my daughter. How is it that I'm not gonna allow you to sit down and share a meal with me?
Exactly.
Absolutely not, man. I said, Papa, come sit down. Right? And then he showed me, and then my eyes got watery, bro. You know what I mean? And he goes, a lot of people think that I'm actually outside begging for money. But he said, but I'm working for it because I
Yes.
can't go back to work because of my surgery. But at least I'm
Yep.
not at least I'm not begging. This is
He's not.
my
That's the
writings.
thing.
And he goes, and I have a book and I have published things and
Hmm.
this and that. And me and my wife and my daughter kept on reading all his work.
They're
And the more
beautiful.
and the more that I read his things, it's like the more I felt like I hear God calling me all the time. And this is something that I've been working. I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'm going to continue to serve and do whatever I can. Not only
Yes.
to, you know what I mean, not only to, balance all the bad things that I've done in my lifetime, and I know that God has forgiven me for it, and some things that I gotta work on myself as a human, as a Christian. You know what I mean? No perfect, right? But imagine meeting someone like that. I have an obligation to show you. I told him, I said, I talked to him and I said what it was, blah, 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 blah. So there's something beautiful coming along the way. I'm just going to hint it out
Good.
to you.
Good.
But, but,
Good.
but the point I'm trying to make is like, man, you know what? I have a message. You know what I'm saying? For everybody watching, you know what I'm saying? Rather than focus on what's negative and all this music and all this other bullshit, just focus on helping out, man.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Focus on giving back, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I could take all of these shit and put it on the table and it just sits there, bro. You know what I mean? You could do the same thing. Like you could look at your car parked in the driveway. You know what I mean? And when you die, you don't take none of that shit with you,
Exactly.
man.
When you're gone, you can't take it with you. You know.
Focus on giving back, bro. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Like
Yes.
we as black people need to do better, bro.
Yep. Yep.
And uplift each other and stop talking all these gangster shit, bro.
Thank you.
There's
Thank you.
more to life than this gangster shit, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up with only a few, but good real OGs. But
Hmm.
yet I grew up surrounded in my trajectory and in my lifetime. I grew up surrounded and grateful to a lot of good people. White,
Yes.
black, fat, skinny, gay, straight, bi, alien, Martian, green, purple. I don't care, bro.
You name it.
It took a whole village to raise this child. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I'm grateful for that village. I'm grateful for Canada. I'm grateful for Toronto. I'm grateful for the whole community. I'm grateful and for my black community. I'm grateful for this hip hop culture. We need to do better. I'm grateful for my
Yes, you
Spanish
do.
community, mi
Yes,
gente
you do.
latina. I love you. Like I'm just grateful, bro. I'm grateful because you know what? Let me show you something. And I'm going to leave you with this. Do you think rappers should retire? Fuck no. You know why? The world needs you. We are teachers.
Yes.
If you have God in your heart and God in your mind, you have the right seeds in you. So therefore, it's your job to continue to spread those seeds. And for as long
Exactly.
as you are alive, your life is
Keep
not
doing it.
term. You're not a terminal seed, bro. Keep
Yep.
giving, keep
Yep.
walking, keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. Can anybody talk to Ghostface Killer? Can anybody talk to Nas? Can anybody talk to Raekwon? Can anybody talk to Cool G Rap until this day?
Nope.
There you go. All right.
Nope.
So live your dreams, but more than anything, put your faith in God. Because look, I came from the 80s. I never even said a toilet until I came to Canada. I didn't know what a toilet was. I had a hole in my backyard. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? There was no sidewalks. There was just dirt jungle. You know what I'm saying? Scorpions when I used to go to sleep. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
look, I open up for you, God. I done shows with a lot of people, tracks with the Outlaws. Shout out to Young Noble. You know what I'm saying? I
Damn.
open up for a lot
You
of
got
people. I'm not
yeah.
gonna hit. I'm not, Sean Paul, Sean Kingston, Nelly, Millie's, who else is there? Man, I could go on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the point I'm trying to make is like, never give up on your dreams. I saw
I
Michael Jackson do the moonwalk, and guess what? I went and bought myself a dictionary and I taught myself English.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything starts with a dream. I got
Yes.
inspired by a black man from a young age. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson gave birth to me.
For real.
And then
For
and
real.
then and then eventually I learned about all the music and stuff, but it was always the black culture,
Yeah.
the black and the beautiful that inspired me.
Yes.
And look at who I am today. I don't need, with
Exactly.
all the respect, my love, with all my respect, I don't need you or anybody to tell me who I am. I walk strong. I'm very secure who I am, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And what I done for this music and what I continue to do. You get what I'm saying? Cause
I
yeah,
agree.
you might hear me say, the fuck where you niggas from? Gin and Finch and from the slums, heavy on the pedal like a heavyweight, a metal rebel with a shovel devil and possession is my level, right? Now I'm flexing with a bezel. All the time for
Damn.
me to stress you. So, right, you can hear me say, so fuck all you niggas. You know what it is? I can't, right? You can hear me say that. But I always tell you, you know what I'm saying? They say struggle, you gonna make it. Success is what I'm tasting. Hustling my grind, I dare you to try to take this. My people's pain and suffering, that's nothing to play with. I won't pull holes in your brain, I'm mistaken. Revolution is not to be televised, but we play the black wall on the ground. We're getting organized. More money to make more. My people getting cake. The only way I'm dropping is if I get shot by feds. Wisely observed, quiet but never skipped. Right? Like
Rah,
I
rah,
always,
rah, 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 rah,
bro.
rah.
Like
Bars, bars,
like
bars.
don't make me, bro. Don't make me. Don't force my hand, bro. Because throughout my history, check for me, bro. A whole bunch of all these characters came and went, and I give my heart out. And you know what the funny thing is that I got records and receipts from all these guys. I got messages from all these guys idolizing me or paying respect or being all over my shit. And then when someone doesn't like you and people start taking sides, everybody's like, oh, F this guy, F this guy. You know what Black said? Black said, fuck my mom, right? Black said, fuck my mother, all right? But I, but when he needed me to send money to his mother, guess what I did?
You did it. You did it. He did bring that up. He did bring that up.
You get what I'm saying?
He
So
did
how
bring
could you?
that up.
So I just listen, and I'm not a person that is gonna go sit here and bring, oh, I did this for you, I did this for you. Everybody knows who I am, bro.
Yes,
That's what
yes,
I'm saying. Everybody that been next to me, and I have the privilege to be right next to them, knows how I roll.
yes,
So I ain't
yes.
got nothing to prove, nothing to show, bro. I'm just gonna continue to enjoy my life and praising God, man. You know what I mean? Because that's the final destination. You know what I mean?
That's it.
I wanna lay right next to His feet, as close as I can. You know what I'm saying? So I wish him well. You know what I'm saying? But I do leave a message loud and clear. Do not fuck with Rod Dog Entertainment. Jay Donna's bad news. Stole from people for so many years. And stop doing business. And stop cut the middleman. Invest in yourself. You reach out to the big dogs. As an independent artist, you make yourself present. You know what's taking me this far in life? It's not no fucking money. What's taking me far this life is the principles, morals, and dignities that God put in my family, and my family was able to transpire to me.
Exactly. The most I will
You
always.
understand? That's it, bro. I don't have
That's it.
nothing to say. I love you, bro.
So we are gonna conclude this. Thank you again, Governor, for blessing us. And with that being said, I ask you to big up D2E podcast.
I
You
love my
know,
brothers, man.
big up the D2E podcast. Big up Talk the Things them.
Big no.
Again,
Talk the things. Talk the
so
thing there.
yes, yes. And big up yourself again. As he said, follow your dreams and believe. There's principles in this. There's principles in this. It's the principalities. I
That's
got
it, bro.
principalities.
Don't ever. There's no need to sell out, man. You know, love yourself
Nope.
a lot more. Have
Exactly.
a lot more self-respect. You know what I mean for my
Don't sell
black
yourself
community,
short. Don't sell
everybody.
yourself short.
That's it, bro. You
Yes.
know what I mean? You know what? You are a privilege, never a commodity. Remember that.
I believe that. I
You
believe
are
that.
a privilege to all my black, brown, Spanish. You are a privilege, not
Believe
a
that.
commodity.
Thank
It-
you. Thank you. Believe that. Believe that. With that, what is on the menus? I'm out.